Assalamualaikum and hi. Today we're going to talk about application of differentiation. D is our group member. Analysis of function 1. What is polynomial function? A polynomial function is a function such as a quadratic, a cubic, a quartic, and so on, involving only non-negative integer power of x. There are 6 steps of analysis of function for polynomial function. First, find the x-intercept and y-intercept. Second, interval of increasing and decreasing. Third, find the extremum point, maximum and minimum point. Fourth, find the interval of concavity, concavity up or concavity down. Fifth is find the inflection point. Inflection point is a point on a curve where the concavity changes. And last, sketch the graph. For the question, given fx equal to x cubed over 3 multiplied by x minus 9. A. Find the x-intercept and y-intercept. B. Find interval where fx is increased or decreased, hence determine the extreme points, if any. C. Find the function is concave up or concave down, hence determine the inflection points, if any. Lastly, sketch the graph of fx by using above information.
So right now we are going to find intercept x and y. So to find x-intercept, we need to make sure y is equal to 0. So in this case, fx is the same with y. So we can replace the fx to y and set it as 0. Then we can find our x by making x as our subject. After that, we can find the value of x. In this case, I have separate x squared over 3 and x minus 9, both equal to 0. For the x value, I have gotten 0 and 9 for my x-intercept. Then we will write in the coordinate forms by taking the y value, which is 0, which we will get the coordinate 0, 0 and 0, 9. So this two is the x-intercept. Next, we are going to find y-intercept. For the y-intercept, we can simply substitute x equal to 0 in our original equation. Hence, we will get our y value equals to 0. We will then write it in coordinate form by the value of x, which is 0, and y, which is 0, 2. So, therefore, we have now solved the x and y intercept.
Now, as my friend HAZIM has shown you how to find x and y intercept, now I'm going to show you how to find the critical points. First thing first, from the original equation, we should expand our equation. As we can see here, x squared over 3, when we multiply with x minus 9, we'll get x power of 3 over 3 minus 3x power of 2. After we expand, we should differentiate the equation and we'll get x power of 2 minus 6s. After we differentiate our equation, we have to factorize the equation to get the values of x. In this case, our x is equals to 6 and x equals to 0. After we have received the values of x, we will then substitute it in the original equation. For x equals to 6, we will get negative 36. We will then write it in interval form in round brackets. Whereas for x equals to 0, we will get the answer 0. We should also write it in interval form and in round bracket. As we have written in interval form, we can now create the real number line. As you can see here, this is the real number line that I have written from the interval forms. There is no black dotted since our interval form is both in round brackets. After that, by using the real line number 0 to 6, we can find 3 intervals, which is negative infinity to 0, 0 to 6 and 6 to positive infinity. Then we can put our test values inside of first derivative, which is x squared minus 6x. After we put the values, we only focus on the sign, which is positive or negative. After we have received all our sign from all our test values, we can now draw the slope depending on the sign value we get from f prime. From that, we can receive the increasing interval, which is negative infinity to 0 union 6 to infinity, and decreasing interval, which is 0 to 6, by looking at the slope. Then we can conclude the maximum values and the minimum values. For the maximum values, our answer is 0 to 0, while for the minimum value, our answer is 0 to negative 36.
Okay, for the next steps is to find the concavity and inflection point. For concavity, we take the equation that have been differentiated from critical points and differentiate it one more time, and we find the x, which is it is equal to 3. After that, we create a table that have interval, test value, sign off, and concavity. For interval, it's negative infinity to 3 and 3 to positive infinity. After that, we put the test value. A test value is between the interval value. After that, we find the sign off. It's based on 2x minus 6. After that, we can get the concavity by refer to the sign off. If the sign off is negative, the concavity will shape like a set. But if sign off is a positive, it will shape like a smile. After that, we can conclude the concave down and concave up. For concave down, it's minus infinity to 3, and for concave up, it's 3 to positive infinity. For inflection point, we use original function and change the x to 3 that we get from concavity. As you can see, it's 1 over 3 bracket 3 power of 2 bracket 3 minus 9 equal to negative 18. So inflection point is 3 to negative 18. After that, we plot the graph. To plot the graph, you have to take x-intercept, y-intercept, maximum point, minimum point, and reflection point, and plot it. If the coordinate are same, you can just choose one. After that, you can make a line based on the coordinates, and it will be the answer.
So in conclusion, we can determine the critical point by using first derivative of f. We also can find the concavity by looking the second derivative of f. Analysis of function 1 is used in real life, such as to calculate the profit and loss in business using graph. By solving the application of derivative problems, the concept of this application will be understood in a better manner. That's all from us. Thank you.